This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. In this class, we are go to how to create a ledgers. So why should we have to create a ledger? So you see here? So ledger and group creation is most important. Okay, let's see group and ledger creation. In this class, we are going to learn so group and ledger creation. See here, the setting up accounting heads. The Tally.ERP allows you to create an accounts heads and group as per your requirement. The flexibility and easy to create your user the identify define the accounting heads and group chart of an account as per the nature of the business and business practice makes Tally ERP 9 sustainable for the business across the industry, the virtual and geographical without changing the way of their business. That means the Tally ERP 9 it gives a some overall chart of accounts. Okay, let's see the what are the charts of account. You see here the what do you mean by charts of account? The Tally ERP 9 the follows the double entry system of the accounting. It's recording the accounting information by debiting and crediting. That means the double entry system means it's a, there have to be two columns. One is the debit and credit, the different ledgers accounts using the different voucher types depending upon the nature of the transaction. It automatically calculates the debit and credit, the amount of arrived at the closing balance of each ledger and group are reports. Okay, the the Tally ERP 9 it's maintaining the accounting in a double entry system. The double entry system it gives the debit side and credit side. That means you can see the assets and liability. I mean it should be bifurcation of your ledger. There are two types of ledger classification. Okay, you see here the predefined groups of an accounts. This is the most important. Why it is most important? Based on this, you're passing the each entries. That means the using of this 28 groups, the 28 groups give the all the informations of your financial statement. How it will gives you can see it later on. See this one, there are the 28 predefined groups in Tally ERP 9 which are widely used in the chart of for many trading organization. Out of this, the 15 groups are primary groups and the remaining 13 groups are subgroups. Among the 15 predefined groups and 9 groups are balance sheet and remaining 6 groups are profit and loss account. That means, so here the Tally having a totally 28 predefined groups. The group means you see the capital account, balance, bank OD, send debtors, send debitors, bank accounts, send creditors, purchase, sales, fixed assets. These are we called as in so groups. Okay. Out of these groups, 28 groups, among these, the 13 are subgrouped. Out of sub 13 groups, we have to bifurcate it in 9 groups are related to your balance sheet items. That means when you are to passing the this group the following 9 groups it gives the balance sheet information and the remaining 6 groups are profit and loss account informations. Okay, how it will be impacted later on you can see here. So however you can also the alter the nomenclature this the predefined groups. That means you can audit you can change your group setting also. Okay, let's see what are the groups are there. The list of account the screen is displayed as shown. The capital account, the capital account gives the reserves and surplus. So these are the bifurcation. You see here, what are the 9 groups? Okay, let's see. It's a predefined groups is a 15. Out of the 15 groups, so 9 groups is related to balance sheet. Okay, in this screen you can see the balance sheet related items. What are the 9 group? What are the 9 groups? One is capital account. Another one is current asset groups. The current asset groups comes under the bank account, cash in hand, deposits and loans and advance, stock in hand, and sundry debitors. These are related for the current assets and current liability. What are the current liability? Duties and taxes, provisions, sundry creditors. Next one, fixed assets, so like furniture, machinery, furnitures like that. The investments, loans, liability. What are the loans? There are the different types of loan. One is bank OD loan or bank OCC loan. That means open cash credit, secured loan, unsecured loan, suspend account, miss expenses, and branch and divisions. Okay, these are the groups are covered under the balance sheet. You can see here. This is the 9 groups are balance sheet. This overall items is related to your balance sheet. Just your duty is passing the entries. That means you are a thorough knowledge about for a ledger creations. So ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ledger creations ಮಾಡೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ thorough knowledge ಇರುತ್ತದೋ and that time you have to give the balance sheet information. ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದಾ one by one. Let's see. Next one. Out of the 15 predefined primary groups, and the following are 6 predefined groups that appears the profit and loss account. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, the remaining ಏನಿದೆಯೋ means the total is how much? The total is a predefined groups is a 15. Out of the 15, it is 9 related to balance sheet, 6 related to profit and loss account. What are the groups? One is sales account, purchase account, direct incomes, so indirect incomes, direct expenses, indirect expenses, or another name you also can see in the bracket: income, direct, income, indirect, expenses, direct, expenses, indirect. Okay, let's see the pass the entries. Okay, this is the creation. We go for the using the following instructions. The ledgers are created in the following manner. Go to the gateway of Tally, accounting info, ledger, and create. The ledger creation screen appears as shown below. Okay, let's see the following. These are the following ledgers. So how to create it? So you go for the Tally software. So my voice is audible. ನನ್ನ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Hello. It's audible. It's audible.
Sir,
Hello, sir. My voice is audible, sir. Okay, let's see the work in educational mode. So now we are taken as a educational mode. After this one, we have to create a company. The first step is creation of a company. So using of this option, create a company. I select this one. I write a name here. Navin Private Limited. This is located in Bangalore and it is a Karnataka. And after enter, finally save. Finally the company creation will be over. And after this they can using of an escape key. So next step, the gateway of Tally. You see here the gateway of Tally. So the beginning step is a ledger creation. So why we have to create a ledger? It is helpful for a find out the company position. That means you have to find out the financial statement of a company. Okay, let's see. So where to create the ledger? So using of this menu, the gateway of Tally. So accounting info, select accounting info, enter. After this one, ledger is there and single ledger. Okay, this is the ledger creation menu. Okay, so we have to create the ledgers. Okay, so first of all, you have to thorough knowledge for the which accounts, which ledger accounts comes under which groups. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಥರೋ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. I will try to explain for the ledgers. Suppose in your capital, so in you're creating is a capital account. This capital is comes under which group? It's a capital account. Next one, share capital. This is also comes under a capital account. ICICI Bank overdraft account. This is comes under the bank OD account. Cash credit with the HDFC Bank. this kind of ledger is comes under to bank OCC account. Next one, Swan Enterprises. That means sundry creditors. How it is this person is treated as sundry creditors? So you are know that debit the receiver, credit the giver. That means you have to liable to pay this person. So that's why we have to treat it as this is the sundry creditors. State Bank of in India. This is your bank account. The following this bank, this is called as the bank account. This group is comes under bank account. Y company, this is your debit the see here. So this is the Manish Enterprises under creditors. Purchase return, this is comes under purchase account. Sales return, this is comes under sales. Land and building, this comes under fixed assets. Okay, let's see the pass the entries. Okay, how it is pass the entry? See one by one. First one, capital. So we have to create this entry. I will show once again. See here. So after creation of a company, so this is the masters. This one you taken as accounting info, and after this you select a ledgers. Under this the single ledger is there. I take it as so create. Okay, after this, so I will create the entry. First one is capital. This capital is comes under which group? You can see here the list of group is there. So in alphabetical order, bank, bank OCC, bank OD, branch division, capital, cash in hand, current assets, current liability, deposits, direct expenses. Okay, you see the following groups are there. Okay, so using of this groups, you get the financial position of a company. You get the right information. You pass the right group selections. Okay. So here the capital. You write here the name of ledger is capital. Under it comes under which group? It comes under a capital group. I was selected as a capital. After this one, currency is ledger is in rupees. Inventory value is affected. So no again. I take it as mailing address, and even name and address is there, but you can skip this one. And after this one, they are asking for the selection of a country and the state. So everything already we have given. So after this one, your tax registration number also take asking. You skip this information. So after this one, finally the first ledger will be created. After this one, what is the next ledger? The next ledger is share capital. Okay, so now we have to create a share capital ledger. This is belongs to which group? It's a capital group. Next ledger is share capital. Share capital belongs to which group? Anybody can explain? So anybody speak out. This is comes under which group?
Capital account.
Yeah, this comes under a capital account. Enter. Finally, save. Okay, capital account will be over. And after this one, I'm creating a ICICI Bank overdraft. This comes under
Bank account.
this bank account. Is it right? You see here, madam, the list of group is
Bank
there.
overdraft account. Bank overdraft
Yeah.
account.
Bank
Yeah,
OD account.
yeah, that is right. Bank
OD account.
OD account. Now I'm selecting as a bank OD account. Here, the asking the currency of a ledger and set a OD. So we are using of in educational mode. I will skip the all the information. So if you need, you can using of in a legal version, you give the all the informations. Okay. See here they are asking for the bank details also. I will skip all the information. Just I put it to the enter save. Okay. You see next ledger cash credit with HDFC bank. Okay. In this account comes under which group? You see here the list of group is there. Bank account, bank OCC account, bank OD account. This comes under which group? You see here.
Bank the account.
Bank OCC account. That means bank OCC means open cash credit. That means when they are establishing the business, and that time you have to give the taken the loan. So that should be treated as it's a bank OCC account. Bank, sorry. So after this one, SBI Bank. This belongs to which group? Bank account group.
Bank account.
Okay. After this one, I will take this under. You can see here in bracket. It belongs to which category? This comes under current asset. You can see the each transaction. Okay, each transaction information ಅದು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. And after this one, Manish Enterprises. Manish Enterprises. Manish Enterprises. This person is treated as sundry creditors. How it is treated as sundry creditors? Because you are liable to pay the amount. So ನೀವು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ a person is treated as it is a liable. Okay. After this one, you put into the just enter, and finally it will be save. Okay. After Manish, so you go for another person is there. Y company. So this Y company is treated as sundry debitors. How it is sundry debitors? You are the debitor. So you have to sold some items, or you are receiving some items, or you sell the items. So see here, this is a sundry. How it is sundry debitors? So debitors, you can see the information for all the information. Enter. Finally, save. Okay. After this one, sales returns. Sales return comes under which group? You see here. See here, the sales account is there. I will take it as sales account. Enter. Finally, save. Okay, sales return will be over. So what is the sales? The sales also belongs to sales account group. Okay, is it right? So after this one, I will take it as purchase. Purchase comes under which group? Hello.
Purchase account itself.
Yeah, it comes under purchase account. Enter, finally save. Okay, purchase account will be over. So land and building comes under which group?
Assets.
Yeah, it is asset. It's which kind of asset? It is a fixed assets.
Fixed assets. Fixed assets.
Yeah, it is a fixed assets. Okay, I will select it as a fixed assets. And after this one, you put into the enter. Finally, save. Okay, it will be over. And next one, computer. Computer belongs to, this is also fixed assets. Enter, simply pass the enter. After it will be save. Okay. So next one, wages. Wages is belongs to which group? You see this slide. Okay. You see this slide. You are thoroughly knowledgeable for this one. Okay. So this slide is over. You can see the machineries comes under fixed assets. Computer, this comes under the fixed assets also. Jet enterprises, this is a send debitors. So that means this is a current assets. Okay. Closing stock, this is belongs to which group? Stock in and prepaid expenses. This comes under current assets. Purchase. Purchase comes under which group? Purchase account group. Wages. Wages is comes under direct expenses. Sales comes under sales account. Salary, it is an indirect expenses. Advertisement, indirect expenses. Postage and telegram, also indirect expenses. Professional and consolidated charges, indirect expenses. Commission received, this is indirect income. Okay, these are the ledgers. Let's pass the ledger creation. Okay, see the wages is comes belongs to which group? It is an direct expenses. Is it right?
Yes.
After wages, so what is the next? Next one is there, salary. Salary. Salaries belongs to which group?
Indirect
Indirect
expenses.
expenses. Indirect expenses. Enter, save. Next one, advertisement. Advertisement belongs to which group? Advertisement also belongs to indirect expenses. So simply enter and after this save. Okay. Advertisement is over. Next one is postage. Postage charges. Postage charges. This is also called as indirect expenses. Save. Postage will be over. Next one, commission received. Commission received. Commission received comes under which group?
It's
Commission
a
is coming.
income.
Yeah, is it a income? It's an indirect income. It is an income. Is it right? It is called as indirect income. See here, the list of income is there. This is I will take it as indirect income. Enter. Finally, save. Okay. So these are the ledger creation. Okay. Anything is there? Okay. One more item is there. Prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses is belongs to current asset. It belongs to current asset. After this one, so put into enter. Finally, it will be save. Next one, closing stock. Closing stock. Closing stock is belongs to stock in hand. You see here the list of account. Stock in hand is there. I will take it as stock in hand. Closing stock. Suppose sales return. Sales return. Sales return. Nodi, you can see the name is already existed. That means that tally gives only for it's an one time of creation of a ledger. So in every transaction we not need to create again and again. Just I am creating one time. After this one, you pass the entries. You can show here. You see here. This is the name is already exist. So I am not create again. Okay, just I am using an escape key. Suppose purchase. So I think a purchase return I'm not created. Purchase return. Okay, the purchase return is comes under purchase account. Enter and save. Okay, this is the ledger creation. I think you are understand for this one. So after this one, I am using an escape key. Escape. See here. So ledger. See, I am creating the ledgers. After this one, you see the display. You see here the list of ledgers I am creating in this class. So the ledgers are arranged in a alphabetical order. You can see here. So advertisement, I just putting to the enter this one. So that goes to the ledger display. You see here advertisement. It belongs to which group? It is an indirect expenses. Suppose you need corrections. So if you want any correction, using of this one alter key. So I want to need some spelling mistakes, or no, you're not passing, you're not right to passing for the right transaction. Suppose you, so this one is belongs to bank OCC. So this belongs to bank OCC. So but this is also showing OD account. The both are same. So sometimes you need some corrections, or you just like for enter the address also. This is the bank address. Okay, you see here, this is the option is there. Suppose if you want to write here the pin code like this, you can forget the following information. You can using of alter key. Okay, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ಟರ್ ಕೀನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ತರ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದ್ರು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದಾಗಿದೆ. After this one, I am using of escape key. So finally, you show here the gateway of tally menu. So dear friends, you are trying to understand why should I am creating a ledger. It gives for the transactions. Before you go through the transaction, suppose, so before you go to the transaction means, so you have to pass the journal entries. So how to pass the journal entries? So before to pass the journal entry, you should have to create for the ledgers account. So this is the following ledgers are most important. That's why I am explaining you. So please thorough knowledge about for the following informations. Okay, the ledger, the capital comes under which group? Okay, so after this one, I will explain the some meaning of this one. Current assets. Why should you treat it as current assets? You see here, it covers converted into cash within a year. For example, bills receivable. How it is treated as a current asset? It is converted into cash within a year. That items we called as current assets. Okay. What is direct expenses? Those are the expenses which are directly related to manufacturing of goods. That's why we treat it as direct expenses. So that's why you have to passing this entry. Wages is belongs to direct expenses. You see here, the wages is belongs to direct expense. Why? It is related for the manufacturing of goods. That's why we treat it as it is a wages is a direct expenses. Factory rent is a direct expenses. Heating and lightings, these are all comes under the direct expenses. Suppose the factory rent is replacing by the office rent, and that's time it belongs to indirect expenses. Okay, let's see what is indirect expenses. These are the expenses which are indirectly related to the manufacturing of goods. It is indirectly related to the manufacturing goods. Hangandre ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is not related for any manufacturing activities. It is an indirect. That means it is related to the office and administrative expenses. You can see here the salary is an indirect expenses, rent, stationery, advertisement, printing. These are all called as indirect expenses. Depreciation. What is depreciation? Decrease in the value of an assets. So next one, send debitors. How it is treated as a send debitors? How the person, how it is treated as send debitors? You see here, the person who is the receiver or customer, we called as send debitors. Next one, send creditor means the person who gives or supplier. This is you are liable to pay the amount. You are receive the amount. That means it is an current liability. This is called current asset. Okay. I think you are understand the following meanings. It is very important. You can pass this ledger creation. So you thorough knowledge about for the this information. What is current asset? What is direct expenses? What is indirect expenses? Send debitors, send creditors, depreciation. When you learn the proper way, or when you get the this kind of an information, you pass the right ledger entry. Okay. I think you understand this information. Is it right or wrong? ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಥರೋ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. The person when you have thorough knowledge about this following information, after get you can pass the entries. That's why when again and again I will explain you. So please try to understand. So when you have to write passing the journal entry, after you get the right information, that means you get the financial position of a company. I will show you how it is how it will be impact you. See here. So your duty is only for the master that belongs to ledger creation. Okay. So ledger creation will be over. After this one, you going of this one is the transactions. That means you can see here. This is the journal entries. Okay. This is the journal entry. So when you have to pass the journal entry, after this one, you go for the reports. That means it will be already prepared. So when you have to pass the journal entry, after you get the information. Okay. ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಥರೋ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆದಂತ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಆಲ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಲೆಡ್ಜರ್, so when you have to create a ledger, the ledgers are comes under which groups? So you can I will give you some examples of this class. I think you are known. So okay, the sales it is comes under the sales account. Salaries comes under indirect expenses. How it is it is an indirect expenses. This is not right to related to not directly related to the manufacturing activities. It is a indirect related to manufacturing activities. So suppose wages. Wages is a direct expense. How it is direct expenses? This is related to the manufacturing activities. That's why it is treated as it is a direct expenses. Okay. I think you are know about for these classes. Thank you everyone. If you want any doubt, ask me. So